the old one in by accident.
Well, a little bit of nostalgia here on a Wednesday morning.
guess.
You gotta like it.
Locker's not here. He usually does that thing, so put the wrong one in. I like the old one too, though. Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. There's a hockey game on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's a preseason game, but I'm still excited.
Right? They're playing the Flames, right?
That's right. Yep.
So, are they taking rookies to this one, or is this what kind of roster is this to start?
Well, the thing with this year is that there's 8 preseason games this year. That's a lot. That's super heavy. So I imagine for Sunday's game, it's going to be a lot of rookies and maybe a couple of regulars sprinkled in there. But you'd have to think that a lot of guys are going to get cut after the first 1 or 2 or 3 games. But with a long preseason, I don't really know what to expect on Sunday. But I would imagine there's a lot of rookies still in the lineup for sure.
Yeah, I would think so. Is Josh Archibald going to be in the lineup?
That's a good question. I haven't seen him, so we'll have to wait and see. According to Frank Saravalli at dailyfaceoff.com, Bill Daly told him there's about 15 or 20 unvaccinated players that they're going to have to deal with by the time the season starts. So will he be in that group? I have no idea. It's only speculation at this point, but a lot of people are guessing.
15 to 20 in the NHL
Yep,
total?
Yep.
That's
totally.
not bad at all, actually, compared to some of the other sports where it's been.
Well, yeah, and the NHL put some pretty stiff kind of rules in there for unvaccinated players versus vaccinated players, and I think there's some that just didn't want to risk the money or whatever. So it's nice to see, but we'll see what that means for individual teams as we get closer to main camp.
Yeah, so if you're not vaccinated, can you play? Like, he's not playing right now in training camp or anything.
I'm actually not too sure. I know, even with things when you're on the road, you're basically just stuck in your hotel. You're not allowed to do anything, and that there might even be issues with. There'll be issues with crossing the border, right?
Oh yeah, even flying in Canada, because soon you're going to have to be vaxxed to fly. I'm pretty sure, right? So
right, exactly. So if you don't have it, then what does that mean for an individual player? You can't go to the States, so that eliminates a big chunk of games. And if you can't fly within Canada, then are you only playing half the ones that are at home? So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that small group of guys that didn't get it, though.
And then the last thing I wanted to mention was Kevin Lowe. They announced that they're retiring his number here in Edmonton. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's well-deserved. I know a lot of people think of Kevin Lowe kind of the management guy, and they get mad about it. And, he's kind of lost his shine for some people. But for me, I still think of the guy who, first overall draft pick, he brought the team to the Stanley Cup as a GM, or Stanley Cup Finals as a GM. He won a bunch here. He bleeds Edmonton. I just think it's long overdue, frankly, that Kevin Lowe has his number retired. What's interesting is I thought they may have waited until Chris Russell was actually gone from the organization or had moved on, but he just switched his number to Adam Larson's old number. So I was also hoping they might lift Chris Russell into the rafters, some kind of ceremony, like Sting, a reverse Sting from wrestling.
Oh, in the jersey?
yeah, in the jersey, exactly. But can't always get what I want, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the thing with Kevin Lowe, though, too, is myself included. I think of Kevin Lowe, Lowe must go, GM in management, and you forget what a good player he actually was for the Oilers. So
yeah, you think of the guy that says, I know a thing or two about winning, and the ones that tier 1, tier 2 fans.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, and I get it, but in terms of what he was as a player and what he meant to the organization, it makes perfect sense that his name is up.
He's a Hall of Famer, right? So
exactly.
All right, Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good to talk to you, buddy.